Yeah, g'day guys, this is Miami Masterclass. My name is Ian. This is episode 19. We are going to run through the month of May. If you didn't watch the last episode, we had a great start and then surprise, surprise, everything just collapsed. We've lost Ben Revere for the season, so Nori Aoki's taken over from him. And we had our end of month slump with the Mets sweeping us and Baltimore sweeping us as well. So another tough month to start off. Hopefully this month can go slightly quicker. I can't find anybody to trade for. We're going to have to wait until a bit closer towards the end of the season for that to happen. Hopefully we can pick up a few trades when that does come in. What is going on with this team? Oh, you're kidding. You are kidding. Nori Aoki's out for 3 months now. You just couldn't plan this, could you? Unbelievable. I am so frustrated. All our plans have just gone out the window. So Casey Saltis, he can come up. He can have a crack at the big time. Does anyone else deserve a go? I mean, we've got nothing now, do we? We're just clutching at straws. Anyone in Double A that's worthy of a call up? It doesn't look like it, really, does it? CJ Robinson, maybe. Oh, this is so depressing. So depressing. I just don't know what to do. Vouderspin, you can come up as well, just to fill up the roster a bit. I am going to actually keep my eye on the waiver wire. Not that there's been much movement lately. And we'll see how we go. But our season's done now. We're really struggling. I don't know what to say. I'm so depressed. Aguiar can come back in, which means that Vouderspin, you can actually fall back down. How's Bauer getting on? Actually, he's not doing too badly, is he? Now Aguiar, he was really struggling. So I wonder if now Aguiar's only 26, so I might put him down actually into AAA because Bauer's playing very well, so he deserves to keep his spot. And Aguiar had a very poor start to the season. I mean, I want to finish over 500 ball. I really do. Truth be told, I want to make the playoffs, but the way we're playing, we just seem to start so slowly that any chance of that happening is quite slim now because we're a 500 ball team. I don't want to be perennial I was going to say perennially, but I don't think I'm going to pronounce that correctly. So I don't really want to just be treading water every season. Hurtado, no, you're awful. Don't know why we're even looking at him. So Prado actually wants another contract, and I'm not giving it to him because he's batting 180. We really need a third baseman. And I really hoped that we were going to get one by trading for Arenado in the last episode, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen now. So it looks like our only hope now is really to go on a big win streak and to keep in contention of the wild card. I mean, look, a very tough division again. I mean, Atlanta sort of pulled away slightly. I shouldn't really be complaining because we're playing over 500 ball, really. And as you can see, we're not a bad team. But to lose Ben Revere is a blow. Nori Aoki as well. So I'm going to actually hope, as we're coming up to the end of the month here, this has been a very quick episode. So I'm hoping that we don't Isaiel Soto got Player of the Week for us. Anything else of real note? Mazara got Player of the Week. That's his second one, I think, isn't it? I think he got one earlier on. All-Star voting, yeah, not interested in that at the moment. Development update, this is quite interesting. Let's see if there's anyone. Bobby Parnell, yep, I expected that. That was another brilliant signing, another player that's basically out for the year. Tazar was slumped. I'm not going to be keeping him around much longer at that rate. Jake Thompson's improved slightly. Justin Bauer, however you say his name, I'm going to keep saying that. Jose Iglesias has actually, his potential I ratings climbed. Saltis, now this is the guy we brought up just to fill in the the gap with the loss of Nori Aoki, and he's made 20 starts for us, and he's batting 277. Where's he playing? Is he playing centre field? Fielding stats? Yeah, he is. So he's filling in for Ben Revere and Nori Aoki, and he's doing all right. I expect him to cool off slightly, but he's only 21. If his stats can climb, he could be pretty inspiring. Anyone else? Tom Kohler? No, don't really care about him anymore. And that's about it. I mean, it looks like just everyone's just collapsing, doesn't it? Everyone's just going down. Louis Munoz. Now, I looked at trading him away earlier in the last episode. He got Player of the Month, which is quite promising. So, a very quick episode. What I will do, just to lengthen this episode a little bit more, I'll actually sim up to the first year player draft, so it's only another 6 or so episodes. I mean, perhaps I spoke too soon, because we've just literally gone on a 7-game winning streak. Didn't I say 3 minutes ago if we went on a winning streak, I'd be happy? And that's exactly what we've done. We've just gone on a winning streak. So we're now top of the division, 27 and 19. I'm all happy again now. I'm all happy. Perhaps I shouldn't speak too soon, because we're probably going to lose the next few games. So we've got a trade proposal. Now, they're keen on giving me Brett Gardner, who's on $12 million. I could afford that, but they want Martin Prado at third base. Now, he's improved slightly. He was of a 181 or something ridiculous before, and he's gone 234. And they want Joseph Reed. Well, they could probably have him, to be honest. I'm not too sold on him as a player. But Brett Gardner, is he worth it? Last year, he barely played. He only went 179. This year, he's playing slightly better, but no. I'll tell you what, let's have a quick look at see what they've got. Active roster. So they've got this guy who looks like he's making all the starts for them. Yeah, 10. He's only played 10 games. But look at that, he's a brilliant defensive player. Now, what I should do is I should sort like this, shouldn't I? So their outfield seems to be a bit big. Now, why do they want... Now, they want Martin Prado. Perhaps I'll take Ryan Ruhr off them. Let's see if they want that. No, they don't want that. There's a surprise. And I'll take Brett Gardner. Because Brett Gardner, when does his contract run out? See, that doesn't run out for a few years. That's why they want to offload it, isn't it? It's a team option in 2019, so we've got him. We're going to have him for 2 more years. Decisions. I tell you what, that would work in our favour though. Getting Ryan Ruhr, maybe not. Actually, no. I've had a change of heart. Brett Gardner's he's going to cost us too much money. I mean, if we're going to keep him in the lineup, then we should have just kept Stanton and been done with it. As we're coming up close to the player draft here, and we're playing. I was going to say 9 games. We're playing 8 games over 500. So let's have a quick look. See if there's anyone here that's going to possibly get into the All-Star game for us. Jose Fernandez has got a mention, and that looks like the only one for us. Another year we've just got one to look at. I will talk a bit more about the player draft in the next episode. So as you can see, we are sitting pretty comfortably in the National League East at the top of the standings, which has been very, very promising for us. How did we finish the month? We went 19 and 9 in May, which is clearly our best month since I've taken over the Marlins, so I'm really thrilled about that one. I'll have a quick look. How did we get on in the end? I mean, we almost swept the Cardinals. We didn't actually sweep anyone. We did sweep Cincinnati, but I think they're pretty awful from memory. Where are they sitting? Oh yeah, they're dead last in the NL Central, so I'm not too concerned about that result. And we also did sweep the Diamondbacks, so that's I'm really thrilled about that. I'm really pleased with how we've done. Let's have a quick recap then of the team so far. So Mazara still leading the way with batting average, although CJ Cron has overtaken him with home runs now, thankfully. Mazara's leading runs batted in. Ketel Marte with stolen bases. We've hardly got anyone that can steal bases now. And Mazara's leading WAR. With pitching leaders, Madison Bumgarner had a brilliant month, and he now leads ERA with wins on top of that. Jose Fernandez, unsurprisingly, leads strikeouts, innings pitched, and WAR as well. So let's have a quick look at the stats for the month of May. See how everyone got on. So, helps if we go on to pitching stats, doesn't it? I am an idiot. So, Henderson Alvarez, he's still struggling slightly there. 4.60 ERA. Madison Bumgarner, 2.92. I'm really happy with him. For the month, look at that. He did very, very well. I mean, he's going really deep lately. Last few games, he's gone really deep into the game, which is promising. Adam Conley, he's been an absolute standout. Bearing in mind, this is his first real full year in the MLB, and he's putting up brilliant numbers. For the month of May, look, he went 238. Jose Fernandez, 376. I'm not too happy about that, but I'm not too concerned either. I mean, he's still a very, very good player. But his numbers lately, although they're still outstanding, don't get me wrong, I think they could be slightly better for the calibre of player that he is. And Jake Thompson, he made 2 starts, and he's got an ERA of just 1.80, so he's been very good. In terms of the relievers, Grant Dayton doing very, very well. Boone Logan, his ERA has come down, which is promising. Ivan Nova's doing very well too. Eric O'Flaherty, 8.25 ERA for the month of May. That's disappointing. Joe Ortiz, 4.66. Matt Ramsey, 6.35. I'm not happy with that one. Tanner Shepard's actually had a bad month, but for the year, he's 4.80, which is... I knew that was going to happen because he's just had a really good couple of years, so I knew that he was eventually going to slump. And Tozawa has lowered his ERA right down. Remember, it was up in 8 something or other by the end of April, and it's gone down for the year down to 4.74 because he had a very good month of May. So all in all, I'm very happy with how we've gone. Although Jake Thompson, in saying that, has made 4 starts and got 4 losses in the process. So although his ERA for the month of May is very good, perhaps not suited for that starter role. Ivan Nova, how's he doing for this? He's made 6 starts and he's got 2 wins and 3 losses, so he might be like a better option as a starter, but that's something that I have no control over. That's Gary Jones. He's got full control over that, which is something that I'd actually like to change. I'd like to be able to lock players into a position, because I'd much prefer Ivan Nova in the rotation and Jake Thompson in the relief role, but that's something that can't be done out of the park unless I take full management role as well. If we have a quick look then for the month of May at our batters, Tim Federowicz, he's cooled off quite significantly. He's 167. Raul Muto still doing very well. That's another thing. I'd like to lock Raul Muto into the catcher role, the everyday catcher role, which at the moment is really Federowicz who's getting more games, and I'd much prefer Raul Muto in that case. Is it an option to trade Federowicz away and perhaps bring in some awful catcher? Possibly. That could possibly fix that problem. Justin Bour, he came up, remember. He hasn't made any starts, but he's doing all right. He's holding his own. CJ Cron did very well for the month of May. He's batting 241. And remember, he's got quite a few home runs. Where are we? He got 9 home runs for the month. That's very, very good. Joe Panic, he's very good. 286 for the month of May. What's he doing for the entire season? 276. So he's carrying on decent form. Valderspin came up. He made 6 starts. He batted 321. Again, I like to think that this is a great move by me, but it was more out of frustration. I just went, yeah, whatever, you can come up. But he's seemingly done all right. Jose Iglesias, he's made 9 starts, and he's batting 295, so he's a decent backup to Martin Prado at third base, who, of course, is our everyday third baseman. He's batting 286, which isn't too bad, is it, really? I'm really concerned about Prado because I kind of think that he might start declining with his current abilities. Look at his age. I mean, he's nearly 34, so he's still got a couple more years out of him. But I'm waiting to see the development report to see him just start collapsing, which wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. 233 so far this year, which is okay. But he had a very good month of May to bump that up. Ketel Marte, he's doing all right. He's now obviously our everyday lead-off after losing Ben Revere, and he's doing very well. Is he a better replacement than, say, Mountcastle? Like, would Mountcastle have better statistics, better stats when he comes up into the big time? Quite possibly, but don't forget we're going into like a win now mentality, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. But I'm pleased with how Marte is performing. Carl Schwarber, he had a very poor month of April, if you remember. Let's I'll quickly go back to April so you can see that. Look, he went 170 for the month of April, but when we go and have a look at May, he's back up to 279 for the month, which is fantastic. He's back in there. He batted in 18 RBIs, which is just behind Cron and Mazzara in that regard. So I'm really thrilled with him. He's come back into a bit of form, which that possibly shows why we did so well in May, because without him in April, we could hardly win. Now, Casey Saltis, he's had a fantastic month, 277. For his stats, he made 20 starts. Now, again, this is someone that I sort of just threw up into the active roster. Thought, whatever. I was so frustrated after losing Ben Revere and Nori Aoki. And I just thought, whatever. Saltis, yeah, you can come up. Yeah, that'll do. And he's done very well. So I'd like to take claim for that and, think that I'm just this fantastic general manager that knows what he's doing, but that was more luck than anything. I do expect him to cool quite a lot, but he is going 253 for the year. I mean, if he can hold out for another month or so, giving up decent numbers, then when Nori Aoki comes back, he can slip back down into AAA. But he's holding his own, and I cannot complain about that. I mean, he got drew the most walks for the month with 10. So that's brilliant. I'm not going to be any critical of him at all, because he is only 21 and he's playing very, very well. And of course, Nomar Mazzara, again, he cooled slightly. If we go back again to the split of April, he was 358 for the month. The month of May, he's cooled ever so slightly, but he's still batting 257, which is really good. And he did hit in 6 home runs, which is 3 behind CJ Cron. So I think he's been the most consistent. Stanton was very inconsistent. He'd go weeks of nothing, and then he'd just blast out 10, 11 home runs, and all of a sudden he's in a hot streak. Mazzara seems a bit more consistent. Very early days, of course. I'm not going to get ahead of myself there, but I think we got the bargain there from Texas. So that brings the month of May to a close, and like I say, I will go into a bit more detail about the first-year player draft, purely because this episode would just drag on and on forever. But what I will do is I will just have a quick look here. Do we have anyone that really stands out? If we go contact first, so we got like Cordell Dunn there. He's got good eye, good contact. Now Raymond Gill, he could be a big one, couldn't he? Look. He's only 18. He's got great power potential, great contact potential, and great eye. But I don't think we're going to really get much of a look in on that one. Jaron Kendall is another one. Doesn't strike out. Got good eye and good contact. So there are quite a few players. This doesn't look like a terrible draft this year. This guy could be very good. Dominic Foscalina. Is that how you say it? Dominic Foscalina. Got high work ethic, which, as I'm sure any of you, the long-term viewers of you guys, will know, I love high work ethic. Got 12 contacts. That's a fraction low, but his eye potential, look at that, really good. Zach Jackson, he looks like quite complete. Doesn't have a lot of power, but he could be something decent. But the low work ethic is a bit of a concern. Let's have a quick look at the pitches just to round out the episode. See if there's anyone that really interests me. Oh, now this guy. Now he's got 3 potential. Now what does he's going to go very high, isn't he? I mean, if he's not gone by the time we're drafting, then we're picking him up for sure. Look at that. His potential across the board is really, really good, isn't it? There's actually quite a few pitchers. The last couple of years, there hasn't been a great deal in the draft in regards to pitchers, but there seems to be quite a few that might be worth a gamble. So that's quite promising. We'll have to look in a bit more detail in the next episode about that. So if you enjoyed today's episode, if you if you're just as happy as me to see us sitting at the top of the standings, pop a like on there for me, and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you again tomorrow for the first year player draft. Thanks for watching.